Hi gang, once again Jeff McAleer here, and today I'm taking a look at what's in the box with Slouch Hats and Eggshells, the Allied invasion of Syria and Lebanon, 1941, from Legion Wargames. Designed by Vance von Buries, it carries a retail price of $48. It's a two-player game, and what it does is it recreates the World War II campaign in French-held Syria and Lebanon, from early June 1941 through mid-July of the same year. Free French leader General Charles de Gaulle had forced a political crisis by demanding the occupation of Syria in April 1941. As a result, London ordered an offensive to place all of Syria and Lebanon under Free French control. Sadly, such posturing caused Allied command staffs to hold very unrealistic views of what the ensuing occupation would look like. The thinking held that Vichy French forces could be won over with wine and coffee, along with displays of the Australian slouch hat, and they would offer only token resistance and their defense would collapse like an eggshell. Instead, the Vichy-led troops fought ferociously from the start. So let's see what we've got inside the box for Slouch Hats and Eggshells. You've got a couple of dice as well as some baggies to hold your counters. And then we have the rule book here. Once again, like traditional war games normally are, it is written in the case point system. Talking about the sequence of play, the different turn records. Weather plays a big factor, as does, of course, obviously, supply. You are in the desert. Looking through, finally some illustrations here. Talking about air and naval transports, special ground movement, movement by railroad, motor pools, combat, artillery, combat results, air power, minefields, replacements, special situations, leader units, how do you win the game, special events as well. The scenarios, there are 2 scenarios, and an example of play as well as a designer's section, and then just kind of a recap of the different counters that are in the game. All in all, it's 28 pages with looks like about 23 of them devoted to rules. 24. So we've got the rule book here. Then a little note from Randy, who's the owner of Legion Wargames. Then we have the map. It is a treated paper map. Looks like a pretty good size. Kind of unfold this a little bit. Unfortunately, space is at a premium for me today. So we'll kind of take a look at a bit of the map here, zoom in a little bit. You can see there's a holding box for units. Looks like eliminated units as well. Some additional information for the various different players. Looks like this map is broken up where the Allied player might be on one side and the Axis player on another. So there's that side. Then into Syria. And then we also have along the side of the map another holding box, victory point schedule, supply storage, and a terrain key. So good size map. You'll need a good size table to be able to play with that. Then we've got counter information sheet. Looks like it's going to give us the breakdown of what everything on the counter is for combat units, naval and air units, supply, aid markers, the random event chits, and so on. So that's a single side there. Got an Allied setup card. showing the starting units and reinforcements based on the scenario. Got the Axis setup card. Once again, same thing as the Allies. Sequence of play. It looks like this is an expanded sequence of play, talking about the various different phases of the game. Only one of these. And there's Axis special events, as well as the combat tables and different terrain effects. So it's your Axis player aid, followed by, obviously enough, the Allied player aid, with all the same information for the Allied player. And then we have the counters, which are shrink wrapped, and I can already tell they're kind of popping out in my hand, so they've been cut very nicely. And we see that for the infantry, air power, there's only one sheet of counters, it appears. Oh, nope, there's two. Let's open this up. You can see that the counters are dual-sided. And as I mentioned, look, they're just popping right out already. And then the other counter sheet is a much smaller sheet, but counters are much larger. And these look like these would be the special events. Those are only single-sided. So there we have what's in the box for Slouch Hats and Eggshells from Legion Wargames. I'll have a review of the title in the very near future, but until then, be sure to swing over to thegaminggang.com for the latest in news, reviews, and opinion regarding the tabletop gaming world and a whole lot more. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thanks for watching.